Today we're going to be making Chipotle black bean burgers. For this easy recipe, you'll need black beans, shallots, cilantro, Chipotle chilies and adobo, eggs, garlic, lime, cumin, and panko breadcrumbs. And if you're new here, I'm Maggie. This is No Frills Kitchen, where I teach you how to cook with confidence with nothing fancy required. The first step is to mash your black beans. Using a potato masher, mash the beans until they're about 2/3 broken down. You definitely do want a few whole beans in the mush. It's the same thing I like to do in my chickpea burger recipe. Then, finely chop some shallots. I like to use shallots here, but you can use a regular onion or a red onion if you'd like. It really doesn't matter too much. Add your finely chopped shallot to the bowl with the beans. Next, it's time to finely chop a whole bunch of fresh cilantro. This is an important ingredient that adds quite a lot of freshness to the recipe. Add your cilantro to the bowl with the beans as well. And finally, fish out a few Chipotle chilies in adobo and finely chop them and add them to the bowl. I always transfer my cans of Chipotles to a zip top bag and stash them in the freezer, and then I use them as needed. There's no need to figure out how to use an entire can of Chipotles just because one recipe calls for them. By the way, if you're finding this recipe helpful, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find my videos, and I would really appreciate it. Set the large bowl aside, and in a small mixing bowl, crack in a couple of eggs. These act as the binder for your bean burgers. Then add the zest of a lime into the eggs. I call for the zest and juice in this recipe, but it's important to zest the lime before you juice it because it's really hard to do it the other way around. Grate in a clove of garlic, add some fresh lime juice, a bit of cumin, and salt to the mixture. Then whisk everything to combine. Pour the egg mixture over the bean mixture and fold it together using a rubber spatula to ensure everything is well combined. Now it's time to add your panko breadcrumbs. These act as a bit of glue to hold your burgers together. It's important that you don't overmix once you do add the breadcrumbs to ensure that the black bean burgers don't get tough. Fold the breadcrumbs into the bean mixture until just combined. Then divide the burgers equally into 4 pieces. Using your hands, roll each piece into a ball, then press them into a patty. Repeat with the remaining pieces. I like to weigh out each one to make sure it's even, but this really isn't necessary. Cook your burgers in a bit of oil for about 5 minutes per side. Then serve in whatever way you'd like. If you liked this recipe, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Enjoy!